So, I'm talking to BookCrosser Pippis from Finland.
Yes.
Here at the BookCrossing convention in Gothenburg, where we're having fun. And how did you discover BookCrossing? Where did you hear about it for the first time?
Well, for the first time I read it in a Finnish magazine. It was just a short 5 centimeter long mention about BookCrossing and what people do with their books, and I got immediately interested because I always leave books behind to the hotels and resorts wherever I am. After I finish them, I just left them there. I'm not bothered taking them back home. So this was a perfect way of tracking down my books where they're going to travel after I've left them to London or Berlin or somewhere. But it took me a couple of years to get really active with BookCrossing, but I haven't stopped ever since.
Well, my second question was going to be what made you decide to try it once you've heard of it, but I obviously have the answer already because you had already started before you even heard of it.
Just out of curiosity. Mortal curiosity, it always gets me into trouble, and so it seems like it.
So once you tried it and started getting active with it, what is it that's kept you going for, I think, quite a few years now?
The wonderful people, absolutely wonderful people. I've met such amazing people even from my own hometown that I wouldn't have met any other how. We've become more or less friends, and we visit each other's homes even outside the BookCrossing meetups and plan on different outings like going to movies, going to theatres, visiting neighbouring towns, and it's just basically because of the great people. And on the other hand, I do get amazing books through BookCrossing. I've read some books by authors I wouldn't have ever even dreamed about reading unless somebody came with the book and said, this is an amazing book, you have to read it, try it at least. So nowadays I try the books before I discard them.
Yeah, that's been my experience too, that I've come across writers that I would never even have heard about.
Yeah, like for example, I've never even picked a book by an Estonian writer before, or a book by an Icelandic writer before, but through BookCrossing I can just travel the world through the books. That's so simple.
Yeah, so it's the people that keeps you going. And here we have a lot of BookCrossers right now at the convention. What do you think of the convention? Is it your first time at a BC?
Yes, first international convention, and it's more than I expected because everybody's just going around and chatting and having a good laugh, and we're not even talking about the books as usual. Like in Finnish BookCrossing conventions, nobody's talking about the books. Everybody's having fun, interacting with the people, getting to know Gothenburg. It's just a fun time to spend a good weekend. I
totally agree. What would be your sort of selling arguments for someone who is thinking about trying BookCrossing? Why should they try it, and why should they stick with it even if it doesn't seem to work maybe at first?
Well, first of all, you can discard all your extra books through BookCrossing for a good use. You should just try it. You never know who you're going to meet. Because, for instance, I wouldn't have met ever a Norwegian people in Finland without BookCrossing, or I wouldn't have ever chatted with somebody from Asia about something that's happening there without having a BookCrossing name that I can contact somebody and ask them. It's just full of surprises, and you can have it your own way. You don't have to do the same things everybody else does. You can just go to the meetups, or you can just register your books and follow them. You don't have to meet anybody if you don't want to. You can decide on yourself how you're going to do the BookCrossing thing.
That's exactly true. It can be whatever you want it to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's great. And thank you so much for talking to me.